So I didn't even know if he was dead or alive. I just was trying to make sure Quando was good.
The recent murder charges added to Lil Durk's ongoing legal case have intensified public scrutiny and raised serious questions about the future of the OTF-affiliated rapper.
Arm Mark from all day. They called me with a cast. So this my shit up. I'm like, man, this nigga boom, man. He laughed. He ain't do that. Hey, smooth. And Keisha. Trying to tell him.
Federal prosecutors now allege that Durk was directly involved in orchestrating violent retaliation efforts, including personally traveling to Los Angeles to oversee a planned operation targeting one of his rivals. Reports also suggest a coordinated effort to mislead law enforcement by allegedly paying informants to provide false information.
I don't think Vaughn paid them guys. I'm sorry to tell the world.
According to the updated federal indictment, the government plans to use the rapper's own lyrics as evidence in court, a controversial move that has been debated in prior high-profile cases. Legal analysts say this tactic could significantly strengthen the prosecution's position. Following Vaughn's death, speculation quickly grew regarding possible retaliation. According to federal investigators, that speculation was grounded in truth.
Did you think that King Von survived the shooting, or did you know that he was gone at that point?
No, I didn't know neither one, if he was gone or still alive. I just, like I say, I didn't even know it was him.
A cooperating witness allegedly told authorities that Lil Durk issued veiled directives to OTF members, offering compensation for anyone who would participate in eliminating Quando Rondo. These claims are now central to the government's case. The court documents also cite statements made by DeAndre Wilson, a cousin of Lil Durk, who allegedly promised music-related rewards to anyone involved in carrying out the act. By August 2022, the plan was reportedly in full motion.
Did 12 years.
12
got
years?
out, interviewed, said he kept it real, brought him cars, gave him 50,000.
Right.
This. Ain't no smut on his name. He ain't never been a rat. Caught a gun case, but eventually he stepped.
On August 18, 2022, multiple OTF associates, including Wilson, Keith Jones, David Lindsay, and Asa Houston, arrived in Los Angeles. Prosecutors say the individuals flew into San Diego before traveling by car to Los Angeles in an attempt to avoid detection. The funding for the operation is believed to have originated directly from Lil Durk. Additional instructions reportedly included guidance to avoid using any flight reservations linked to Durk or his public circle, a strategy prosecutors claim was intended to minimize traceability.
Arm Mark from all day. They called me with a cast. So this my shit up. I'm like, man, this nigga boom, man. He laughed. He ain't do that. Hey, smooth. And Keisha. Trying to tell him.
The operation's structure, as described in court records, has added substantial weight to the government's case, revealing an alleged chain of command and a planned approach to retaliation. According to newly unsealed documents, federal investigators obtained critical information from Lil Durk's iCloud account that directly linked him to the orchestration of a high-level murder-for-hire plot. The files reportedly contain messages where Durk allegedly warned associates not to book any flights or reservations under his name to avoid law enforcement detection.
I don't think Vaughn paid them guys. I'm sorry to tell the world.
Despite this instruction, investigators say the group ignored the warning and proceeded to book travel using credit cards tied to both Lil Durk and OTF financial accounts. Upon landing, the group met with Keon Grant, a key figure in the OTF circle, who had traveled to Los Angeles by private jet. The updated indictment introduces a critical detail: Grant was not alone. Prosecutors allege Lil Durk himself accompanied Grant on the flight, further implicating him in the plot. Grant's role was extensive, according to court records. He reportedly coordinated lodging, acquired ski masks, and rented 2 luxury sedans intended for use in the planned ambush. Grant also allegedly armed Jones, Lindsay, and a still unidentified third individual with firearms, including at least one modified to operate as a machine gun. The indictment states that the team began tracking Quando Rondo as he moved through Los Angeles in a Cadillac Escalade. Surveillance efforts took them from dispensaries to retail stores, with West Hollywood being one of the major stops. The operation reached its peak at a gas station across from the Beverly Center. Asa Houston allegedly positioned a vehicle in a nearby lot to provide backup support. As Quando Rondo and his associate, Leaky Robinson, stopped at the station, Jones, Lindsay, and the unidentified man reportedly exited their vehicle, armed and prepared to execute the attack. Gunfire erupted. Rondo escaped, but his cousin, known as Lou P., was fatally struck in the hail of bullets. Following the ambush, court documents state that the suspects gathered at an In-N-Out burger location to discuss financial compensation with Keon Grant. From there, they traveled back to Chicago, flying out from San Diego, while local and federal authorities began piecing together the sequence of events and evidence trail. The updated filings claim that the same individual who organized logistics, provided firearms, and distributed payment was the one who arrived in Los Angeles with Durk, mere hours before the attempted murder. What makes this even more damaging is that these arrangements were financed with credit lines directly connected to Lil Durk and OTF. And the fallout didn't stop there. When the initial arrest was made public, early rumors circulated that Lil Durk had attempted to flee the country. At the time, many dismissed the claims as speculation. However, official confirmation from the FBI revealed that this was indeed accurate. The apprehension of Mr. Banks as he attempted to leave the United States is once again proof that the FBI and our extraordinary partners at the Los Angeles Police Department have a long reach, said the assistant director in charge of the FBI Los Angeles field office. As new evidence continues to surface, the scale and planning of the case against Lil Durk appear to grow more complex and increasingly difficult to defend. Federal authorities had reportedly been monitoring the situation surrounding Lil Durk for a significant period of time. Investigators from the FBI had already infiltrated his affiliated network, maintaining surveillance on his movements and activities. During this period of close observation, they became aware of an attempted international escape. According to the indictment, U.S. Customs and Border Protection flagged an alert when 2 one-way flights were booked in Lil Durk's name, one to Dubai and another to Switzerland, on October 24th. These bookings immediately raised concerns, as one-way international travel under indictment often suggests an effort to avoid prosecution. Although he never boarded either of those flights, law enforcement soon uncovered that another plan had been set in motion. A private aircraft had been arranged to fly out of Miami with a destination of Italy. This added another layer of urgency for investigators, as it appeared to confirm an attempt to flee U.S. jurisdiction. On the evening of Thursday, October 24th, federal agents acted quickly. Just an hour before the scheduled private flight's departure, Lil Durk was apprehended at a Miami area airport. The arrest took place around 8 p.m., ensuring he would not leave the country. He was taken into custody and transported to Broward County Jail. A federal magistrate judge denied bond and ordered his transfer to Los Angeles for arraignment. What further intensified the case was information revealed through Operation West Bureau, a joint task force between the FBI and LAPD homicide. Investigators stated that social media activity provided critical insight. Members involved in the planned ambush allegedly made posts that, when analyzed, contained implications of involvement in criminal actions. These online signals were reportedly used to support the overall timeline and motives behind the case. At the root of this extensive investigation lies the tragic death of rapper King Von. On November 6, 2020, Von was fatally shot outside the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta. He was 26 years old. Reports confirmed that tensions between Von's group and Quando Rondo's associates had escalated into a deadly confrontation. Surveillance footage and eyewitness accounts revealed that a physical altercation erupted into gunfire. Timothy Leaks, identified as an associate of Quando Rondo, was the person who fired the shot that ultimately led to Von's death. Von was struck during the chaos and transported by his team to a local hospital. Despite efforts to save his life, the injuries sustained were fatal. Atlanta police, who were already in the area, intervened in the aftermath of the shooting to manage the scene and prevent further escalation. This incident, now part of a larger federal narrative involving organized retaliation, continues to raise questions about ongoing cycles of violence, loyalty, and retribution in the industry. For Lil Durk, this moment marks a significant crossroads. After pleading not guilty, he now faces a legal battle that could define the rest of his life. His defense team must dismantle the government's narrative with precision, arguing that the artist who's topped the Billboard charts and earned awards is not the same figure accused of coordinating violent criminal activity at a street level. Speculation about the severity of his potential punishment has spread rapidly across social media. Platforms like TikTok have seen a surge in videos and memes claiming that Durk could face the electric chair for his alleged role in the murder-for-hire conspiracy. The comments are flooded with debates, some taking the rumors seriously, others dismissing them as sensationalism. However, the facts tell a different story. California, where the case is being prosecuted, has placed a moratorium on capital punishment. Governor Gavin Newsom suspended all executions in 2019, and federal rulings before that had already paused death penalty practices. In reality, the harshest possible sentence Lil Durk could face, if convicted, is life imprisonment without parole, not execution. Still, the case has not slowed the loyalty of his fan base. While some artists might experience career damage or public backlash under such scrutiny, Durk's supporters have continued to rally behind him. They view this period not as a downfall, but as a momentary pause, a necessary time for reflection and recovery before a renewed return. Recent show cancellations have sparked conversations, yet fans interpret these actions as signs that Durk is taking the time to reset. With legal challenges mounting and personal burdens weighing heavily, it's clear the demands of fame and pressure have taken their toll. Many believe, however, that this exhaustion is temporary. Looking forward, anticipation for Durk's next album is already building. Some fans speculate it could be his most meaningful work to date, capturing the full scope of what he's endured and the resilience he's consistently displayed. His journey since 2020, marked by personal loss, artistic evolution, and chart-topping success, sets the stage for a powerful musical statement. The optimism surrounding his return is grounded in his track record. Whether overcoming industry challenges, navigating personal setbacks, or addressing street-based adversity, Lil Durk has consistently turned struggle into strength, using music as both expression and fuel. That pattern is expected to continue. For many, this is not an ending. It's another pivotal chapter. History has shown that great artists often need space to regroup before delivering career-defining moments. Similar to the trajectories of major artists like Kendrick Lamar and Kanye West, a calculated pause could be what prepares the ground for Durk's biggest moment yet. With talent, discipline, and focus, Durk may very well transform this moment of crisis into a future triumph. The next move is his. Thank you for watching. To explore more of our coverage, click one of the videos now appearing on your screen. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a major update.